Episode 2 of Murderbot begins with the group of miners deciding they need to head to one of the areas on the map that hasn't been synced properly. With Murderbot in stasis, Mensa wants to draw her own conclusions about what's going on and whether there could be some sort of cover-up. Professor Bairdwaj is now fully healed too and back in fighting spirits. Almost. Which helps the group's conviction as it's eventually decided that they're going to go and investigate. When Murderbot awakens, he curses out the humans for being typical pioneers and exploring. Gurathan doesn't trust Murderbot though, and wants to try and keep it in the dark over what they're doing. Our protagonist berates Gurathan in his head, and unfortunately, is questioned forced quite a bit about its intentions in this chapter. Murderbot wants to join the expedition given the potential threat level, but Gurathan doesn't think it's a good idea. The philosophy within the Preservation Alliance is that robots and androids are people and treated as such. In the Corporation Rim, the Murderbot is obviously required to do anything by direct order, so to test this theory, Gurathan forces the Murderbot to maintain eye contact, which he struggles to do. SEC units are not deigned to form attachments with clients, hence the suspicion here, as there are separate bots called comfort bots that handle this. Murderbot's empathy expressed with Dr. Arata flies in direct contradiction with this, so it's got Gurathan suspicious. He's a cautious person by nature and cares about those around him, perhaps almost to a fault. Meanwhile, the love triangle turns into a polyamorous relationship with the three, while Mensa heads out exploring but winds up with big equipment glitches partway up a steep hill. Murderbot recognizes that she's having another panic attack, with the group sending out drones to keep an eye on her. Mensa, though, is too stubborn to turn back, and when Murderbot chirps in on the audio, she asks how he's doing. Another of those strange sandworms attempts to attack Mensa, but something in the atmosphere causes it to suddenly topple over and collapse. Mensa makes it back to the lab, though, while we also see, as the camera pans out, that this area happens to be the side of a crater filled with dozens of skeletal sandworm corpses. Interestingly, there's also a strange translucent shield hovering the area like a dome, which has a strong magnetic grip, evidenced by one of the lab's drones being crushed to pieces when it gets near. The group believed there could be something underneath the sand, and the alien synthetics at work could explain the gaps in the map they didn't see. They want to look into this in more detail, and that stems from contacting Deltfall Survey, who happen to be another group over on the other side of the planet. As we pan across to their lab, though, things are not looking good.